For this video, we are going to practice subtracting integers. This is the assignment you guys had in class, which is called subtracting integers. And these, although it's really hard to zoom in on this, are the notes. And we can see on our notes that it says, keep the first number the same and add the opposite of the second number. So this is the rule we're going to use for subtracting integers. Keep the first number the same and add the opposite of the second number. So, looking at this work here, if we had a problem that had a negative integer minus another integer, we could look at this and say, well, negative 9 minus 10, we're going to keep the first number, which is negative 9, and we're going to add the opposite of the second number. The second number is 10. So we're going to add the opposite of that, so it looks like negative 10. So negative 9 plus negative 10. That's like saying I'm in debt $9 and now I need to borrow $10 more, and so that means I'm a total debt of $19. So again, looking at another problem like that down here, minus 7 minus 3, we can take the first number, which is negative 7, and then add the opposite of the last number, which is positive 3. Negative 7 plus negative 3 is negative 10. Another kind of problem you might encounter is the ones that look like this. You have a negative minus something, so negative 7 minus a negative 5. So we're going to, again, keep the first number, negative 7, and we are going to add the opposite of the second number. The second number is negative 5, so the opposite of that is 5. So now we have negative 7 plus 5. And so negative 7, let's say that you owe someone $7, but you gave them 5, well, you still owe them 2 at the end. So we have negative 2. Some people like to think about this as just changing a negative, or sorry, subtracting a negative, changing that to an addition sign. So for example, in this problem, 8 minus a negative 6, we could just say, because it's going to end up the same, we could just add right here. So I have 8 plus 6, and 8 plus 6 is 14. Another example of that would be like right here, negative 6. We could say negative 6 plus 15. So I have negative 6 plus 15. And that brings us to another kind of math problem we talked about last week, which is we need to find the difference. So if we have negative 6 plus 15, if we were in debt $6 and we gave $15 to pay it off, maybe to our bank, then we would end up having $9 remaining. So that's the answer for that. You might say to yourself, I still don't understand this, and so looking at a number line is helpful. So for the first one we had, which was negative 9 minus 10, I'll write that up here, negative 9 minus 10. So if you were all the way over to the side here at negative 9, and you wanted to subtract 10 more, you'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you'd have negative 16, negative 17, negative 18, and negative 19. That would be your answer right there, which we have the same here. Another example of this might be 8 minus a negative 6. So we have 8 minus a negative 6. So we're going to start with 8 right here. And we were going to go minus, which was this way, but we're going to end up having a negative, so we have to go this way. So that ends up becoming adding 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 minus a negative 6, we're adding that together, and that equals 14. One more example here, we could do negative 3 minus a negative 9, so negative 3 minus a negative 9. So we'll start off at negative 3, and we're going to subtract, but now we have to subtract again, so we're going to flip our direction, and we are going to move it 9 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So effectively that's the same thing as saying negative 3 plus 9, which ends up being 6. So that's essentially how to subtract integers when we have a bunch of negatives. Again, our rules are, I know this is hard to see, so I'll read it to you. This above it says keep the, so keep the first number the same and add the opposite of the second number. And if you check out the examples here, I have a couple examples from the notes. You can also find this notes page on Schoology. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. Here's some number line examples too. Again, you can find these on Schoology. Thanks for watching.